Namaste, I'm Nandini Nitin. In this episode of Kathain Tales with a Twist, I bring to you a historical story from present-day Rajasthan. What better way to celebrate World Environment Day than to remember one of the first few environmentalists of the world, Guru Jambeshwar. For those of you who are viewing my video for the first time, I depict stories through dance using mudras or hand gestures and abhinaya or facial expressions. For instance, in this story, I will be referring to something which is synonymous with Rajasthan, desert. So this is how I'll be showing the hot, sandy desert, the sand dunes, people of the village. I'm sure you will figure out all the mudras as the story goes along. So let's step back in time. In the year 1461, in Pipasar village of present-day Rajasthan, a little boy named Jamba, son of the village headman, set out to herd his father's cattle into the nearby wilderness. While the cattle leisurely grazed on shrubs and leaves of the trees, Jamba sat in the cool shade of a khejdi tree and observed the wonderful wildlife that fearlessly moved around him. The sight of a strutting black buck never failed to amaze him. It had such power, something he had recently witnessed during a territorial battle between two bucks. What a sight that had been! He loved the green wilderness, which was mainly a thicket of khejdi trees. Well, there were plenty of prickly shrubs too, with Pipasar village being on the borderlines of Thar Desert. He liked the khejdi tree the most. His father had told him that this small evergreen tree was their lifeline, giving shade from the pitiless heat of the sun, feeding their animals, stabilizing the shifting sand dunes, offering firewood, providing remedy for various ailments with its medicinal properties, and enriching their soil, a great help for his uncles who practiced farming on such dry lands. The khejdi tree had the amazing strength to survive in tough, dreary conditions near the desert. His father had often said that one should learn from the khejdi tree to stand strong in the face of any challenge. Soaking in the beauty around him, he wished for this land to continue to flourish. This wish echoed in his mind as years went along. However, as Jamba became a young man of 25 years, a drought hit this region. The villagers thought it was just an accidental occurrence. But the following year saw another drought. By this time, there was a severe shortage of water and cattle fodder. people ran out of their stock of grains, which they had accumulated over years of farming. Jamba had no choice but to helplessly watch the villagers walk towards his beloved wilderness to cut down the branches of the trees to meet their needs. With all his heart, he willed for a glimpse of grey. Alas, he saw none. Not that year, and not for the next 8 long years, by the end of which barely any tree was left. And even the wildlife had been widely hunted down. Deeply moved by this disaster, Jamba began his quest for a solution. He moved to Samrathan, where he practiced meditation and austerities for many years. Finally, at the age of 34, he had a strange experience, a vision in which he saw people quarreling with nature and destroying the very environment that sustained them. Realizing that the true cause of the drought had been people's interference with nature, Jamba went up to the villagers and convinced them that only when trees exist would humans exist. Replanting trees and protecting wildlife was the only way humans could live comfortably. Soon, Jamba's ideas to protect and preserve the environment spread to the neighboring villages, and people reverently addressed him as Jamboji. And in the year 1485, Jamboji laid down 29 tenets and founded the Bishnoi community. Bis, which means 20, and Noi, meaning 9. Of the 29 principles enumerating good social and personal practices, Jamboji dedicated 8 tenets to preserve the environmental diversity, which included caring for injured and abandoned animals, a ban on the felling of trees, and a ban on killing animals. Like the khejdi tree, Jamboji not only stood strong through years of severely testing times, but also enriched his society with great values and came to be revered as Guru Jambeshwar by the Bishnoi community. Since then, the Bishnois have followed the 29 tenets with utmost dedication, despite the challenging surroundings they live in. Their commitment till date towards preserving our environment is truly exemplary. In recent past, the Bishnois came under the spotlight when they vehemently protested the killing of 2 black bucks, an endangered species. They persistently fought and won the case against the culprit, the famous Bollywood actor Salman Khan. But before that, way back in 18th century, 363 Bishnoi people laid down their lives while resisting the destruction of their environment, and they were all led by one brave lady. That story is part 2 of the Bishnoi legend, which I shall be presenting, or rather uploading, in a few months. I hope you like this presentation. There are a few stories which I have uploaded prior to this one, which you might want to check out. I'll be back with another story. Until then, namaste.